name is Lashika, and I'm here to do a speech on teacher salary. This is my persuasive speech. And the reason being that I chose to do a speech on teacher salaries is because I feel like educators do not get paid enough. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not an educator, but I am a parent who has the utmost respect for educators. And with that being said, knowing what they deal with on a daily basis, they just don't get paid enough. And I have multiple reasons to discuss why. I feel that educators build our future. Every successful student always have that one or two favorite teacher who they give honor to, who help them become a better student, a better person, who help them reach their goal in life. So I feel like educators help build our future. Also, educators always does more than what they're supposed to do. They have multiple job description under what they really are here to do. Not only do they educate, they also become a counselor, they become disciplinaries, and they become mentors. And a lot of times it causes them not to be able to teach or take off their teacher hat and use those other hats, job categories. That means you can have a teacher that may be dealing with a misbehaving student that's acting up in class. So what that teacher become? A disciplinary. They may have to write the student up, send them to the office. But it requires them to stop teaching our students and dealing with their children that may be misbehaving. Then another point is you may have a student that's sleeping in class. When they sleep in class, that means the child may not be getting enough rest at night, for sure. And also, they also have students that have mental health issues. So when they notice this, they become that student counselor. They may become that student mentor, meaning that the teacher may not be comfortable with knowing that they know the student is struggling. So when that's been said, educators have a multiple hat. Not just being an educator, they have all these job descriptions that comes with it. And that's another reason why I feel like they do not get paid enough. Also, with that being said, they deal with disrespectful parents on a daily basis. You have to understand, it takes a team. When it comes to a student to be successful, it takes the parent and the educator to work together to make sure that the student reach their end goal. So that still brings back to dealing with a student that's misbehaving, dealing with a student that is also not sleeping at night, and also the student that may be dealing with mental issues. Also, I know that teachers have making sure they are teaching according to their education plan. And the education plan is a lesson plan that is required for them to teach. They have subjects they need to follow by, and they have to make sure they stay on a daily schedule. Let's not add the standardized state test. This test is typically given every year, and it's required that a certain percentage of students pass this test in order for the school to receive funding. Hey, me as a parent, take away the standardized test, let the teachers teach, okay? And also, I just feel like that the teachers can be overwhelmed and they are not appreciated. So with that being said, I did read an article on teacher salaries, and it was entitled Teacher Salary. I found this article on the bartlandby.com website, and it was written by Nikki Wild. And one thing she said in that article that stood out to me, and I quote, "The strange thought could be reality if it weren't for the teachers that make our education possible." Close quote. That quote kind of stood out to me. It didn't say much, but it said enough. Basically, the teachers make our education possible. How can we learn? How can we learn to be a scientist? How can we learn to be a biochemist? How can we learn to be a mathematician? It's all started from when your child was in school. And I even reached out to a person that I know, which is a family member of mine, who's in education. He started off being a teacher, and now he's an assistant principal in an elementary school. And I asked him, how do you feel about teachers' salary? And this is what he stated to me, and I quote, he stated, teachers are disagreed professional, many with multiple that are required to fill so many roles. For such, being the path that so many fill roles for such vital members of society should be paid as such. Every day, many teachers must play parent, counselor, life coach, custodian, nurse, and a host of other things before they even get to begin to do their job as a teacher. Now, I don't think teachers should be millionaires, but no effective teacher should be struggling anywhere in America. Close quote. So just to think, do you think teachers should get paid more? I do. And this is my presentation on the persuasive speech on why teachers' salaries are not enough. Thank you.